Okay, good evening.
Are you joining in?
Good evening, everyone. We called this press conference today because there's been over 60 incidents of shootings, stabbings, carjackings, home invasions, robbery, assaults in the city of Newark, and our elected officials have said nothing. Now, we are not pointing at one particular elected official. Today, we're talking about all of them. So let me just read over some of the incidents, because they like to come out and have these little Comstat meetings and don't include everything. So over the last few weeks, for example, we had a 16-year-old stabbed. We had a 16-year-old shot on Ellery Street in the West Ward. We had a victim shot on Clinton Place at Beth Israel he was taken to. We had another young man shot on Ellery. We had a gunshot victim on the 24th on Elmwood Avenue. We had a male stabbing on Elizabeth Avenue. We had a male shot on the 200 block of 12th Avenue. We had a homicide in the 100 block of North 5th Street. We had two people shot on Woodland Avenue in the South Ward on the 15th. We had another young man robbed and aggravated assault of a woman, pistol whipped her on the 16th. We had a carjacking and assault, strong arm, on the 16th as well in the North Ward on North 5th Street. We had a domestic on 11th and 15th Avenue where the female was assaulted at gunpoint on the 16th. On the 17th, there was call for stabbing in Riverview Court Complex that yielded two victims. Yesterday, we had a shooting on 11th Street and 15th Avenue. We had another male shot, homicide, 100 block of North 5th Street. We had a woman robbed and pistol whipped on McWhorter and Green. We had another strong arm carjacking in the North Ward on Bloomfield and North 6th. We had a 19-year-old shot in the head in the North Ward. We had two more people shot on Woodland Avenue in the South Ward. We had another Hispanic male shot and killed on 90 Highland. We had three males shot. We had another male shot 300 block of North 7th Street. We had another male shot the 100 block of Chadwick Avenue. We had another two males shot the next day in the 100 block of Chadwick Avenue. In the same night, we had 100 shots fired at 100 Chadwick. That's Chadwick and Madison. We had an armed carjacking on 100 Norman Road. We had another carjacking on Elizabeth Avenue. We had another homicide on Bergen and 14th Avenue. We had another shooting on Elizabeth Avenue. We had another stabbing on Baldwin Avenue that consisted of 4 victims in a domestic. All of this in the last 2 weeks. We had a homicide on 90 Parkview Terrace. We had another homicide in the South Ward on Clinton Place and Tillingham on the 8th. We had another homicide in the 200 block of Keir Avenue. We had another shooting the following day on the 8th on Keir Avenue. We had another shooting in the North Ward on Broadway inside the townhouse complexes. And these are just to name a few. With the incidents continuing in our city and our elected officials saying nothing, I'm also talking about Senator Cory Booker, Mayor Ras Baraka, Congressman Payne, Senator Teresa Ruiz, all of you, Senator Ron Rice, every elected official at every level of government that covers North. Your silence is killing us. The fact that you don't think anything is happening here in this city, the fact that you won't say anything, the fact that you do not still in 2016 have the capacity to put out emergency BOLO when a car is carjacked in the North Ward and you know it's riding to the South Ward so that people can be aware, is criminal at this point. You send every other emergency alert across our phone. We should be getting emergency alerts when carjackings and other things that put the rest of us at harm are happening. So you want to talk about all this high-tech technology? I'm here to tell you that on Thursday night at 10 p.m. on Smith Street in North, the block I live on, and have my 2 grandchildren with me, I had to have them get on the floor for 120 rounds of gunfire. 2 AK-47s went through my block on my street because they're battling in water. And when I called 973, 733-6000. What did I get the first 3 times? Please hold. Now, damn it, that's unacceptable that I can't get a response, that I can't get an answer from the North Police Department. So I don't know what new computer system and phone system y'all just put in, but take it the hell out because it ain't working.
It ain't working.
Calls are still, quiet, sir. Calls are still bouncing into Jersey City and Bayonne because we don't have the capacity for people to answer the phone in our 911 communication center. So we're standing here today with demand. We want the abandoned houses in the city of North, Mayor Baraka, to be cleaned up, closed up, and begin to move people in them. Because this is doing nothing but breeding crime and places for people to hang out who have ill will. Secondly, we want some revamping done seriously in the North Police Department. You cannot keep asking our officers to work 15 to 20 hours a day and expect them to come in here and give us 100%. We are overworking them. We are low. We are down over 1,200 officers. And yeah, you got a couple in the academy, but damn it, 300 getting ready to retire in less than 6 months. So that's doing nothing for the low manpower that we have. Thirdly, we want better response time. I have a couple of people behind me who have been victims of crime, and when they call for police response, it is not immediate. It does not get there when it needs to happen. If you're doing a commission of crime in this city, it is taking anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes for them to get you in the act of the crime. We have shots fired in this city after 11 p.m. and 9 out of 10, there's no officers to see. And that has happened time and time again. So now we're going to expose this. We're going to pull the covers off of this. You're going to stop telling America that we are right in New York, in North New Jersey. You're going to stop telling the DNC we okay right here, because we're not. And we will continue to come. We will continue to expose, and we will continue to bring residents so that we get better services that leads to better living, that leads to less crime, that leads to people being engaged, that leads to people wanting to be involved in this city. So next I'm going to bring up Ramon. He is our North Ward representative. We've had shootings at Elmwood Park, Elmwood Street. The North Ward is on fire with stabbings and shootings, and Ramon is going to bring us up to date, and his family members have been victims of this violence in the city.
Thank you, Donna. My name is Ramon Luis Rodriguez. I'm the president of the board for the last 60 years. I came here at the age of 4 from New York, and this city has changed. Recently, I have noticed that there is so much crime in this city, and guess what? None of it is being solved. Meaning that the city is full of criminals walking up and down the streets every single day. Every single day in this city there's a shooting. Every single day in this city there's stabbings, there's assaults, there's robberies, every single day, okay? And nobody's talking about it. You might read once or twice in the newspaper, you might read about it. On Facebook, you'll hear about it, okay? But this is happening every single day. People are living in fear. They lock themselves up in their houses and refuse to come out even to walk their dogs or anything. Their children can't come out and play. This has got to stop. This violence has to stop. The silence that people have in this city and around this whole county has to be, that silence, we have to end that, okay? It's time to voice your opinions. Do not be scared, okay? Do not be scared. Do not live in the fear that these people are trying to bring on us. And they are human beings just like us, okay? Those are children that I've seen raised, that I've seen their parents raised, that I grew up with their grandparents and that. Those are the kids that are involved with this right now, okay? My son is a victim of a shot. He got shot one time. 2 of my grandsons have been assaulted with guns and that, okay? I am tired of this, okay? I am tired. In North Ward at Elmwood Park, a park that was designed to benefit the community, and that is now a drug haven. They have drug dealing there, okay? Prostitution. People cannot go in there with their kids because once they walk in, there's a stench of blood being smoked in that. You look at the ground, there's nothing but dope bags in that. Empty dope bags. We cannot have this in our communities, people. We need to stop what's going on in the city. Please, whoever has the power to stop this, stop it. I know we need more police officers. I came here to City Hall many times speaking when Cory Booker fired the 167 police officers and that. Okay? Yeah, they hired more. But like she said, a lot more retiring. So, we need a lot more. Maybe we need task force or that. But what we need is for the community. The community, we got to get together. This place should have been packed. Packed with victims. This place should have been packed. This place should have been packed with all the people that are tired. Get out of your houses. Come out. Let these people know that you're tired of the way that we're subjected to living here in the city. Thank you.
Peace, family. I'm here to stand on behalf of jobs, on behalf of health conditions, on behalf of homelessness. Those are some things that we also suffer from that helps people involve themselves in being negativity and having mental disorders because we need jobs. People need food. And we're hiring people from out of states to come here in our city and they're taking over. And when they take over, they don't hire our people, they hire their people. So I'm here to stand for something today because I will fall for nothing for tomorrow. So I'm here to take that stance for all the homeless, all the people with lack of jobs, all the people that's working and they're underemployed because the homelessness is starting within internally. You have internally homeless people and we need to address these things. And that's what I came to stand for. And I have a demand too. My demand is that Dr. Hamdi must go. I'm tired of her lying and discrediting our people. She's not from North New Jersey. I am not afraid. I will stand up for my people. If you are afraid to stand up, I will say it today and again and again. Dr. Hannah Hamdi must go. And if you stand beside me or behind me, just let me know and I'm going to continue to stand and get her out of here. Thank you.
I'm here as a citizen of New York my entire life. I'm 27. I was robbed, but when the cops called a simple cell phone robbery, I was pregnant. Unknowingly pregnant. Had a gun in my chest, had a gun in my stomach. They dragged me down the street. My ex-husband and my best friend had to grab me and pull me while I'm holding a gate, screaming for help. They're pulling me down the street. My best friend and my ex-husband are snatching me back, trying to get my bag off of me. Their fingers were on the trigger. The man nearly pulled the trigger as my bag came off. He let it go just that quick. My daughter is standing right here. She would not be here today had I not been able to get that bag that was stuck to me off. But you know what? I went home and I called the cops. It took them 3 hours. 3 hours to show up. 3. The men had cased my apartment. They knew where I lived. They had my car keys. They'd been in my building. There were only 6 apartments in my entire building at the time. And mine's on the first floor. They knew the lock code to get in. The cops did not give a damn. I came here. After 3 hours of waiting and crying, I thought they were trying to break back in to my house because I hear them at the door. The cops, well, it took me 3 hours to come get me. 3 hours to even do anything. And I sat here for 2 hours while there was 3 or 4 police officers in the precinct just chilling, doing nothing. Before they took my statement, there was no one else there. There was no other people there waiting to make a report. There were no criminals there waiting to be arrested. Their precinct was empty, and I had to wait 2 additional hours. And then I said there were cameras attached to the light pole right where I was robbed. Can you check them? Oh no, we can't check them. They don't work. Oh no, we can't check them. They don't work. Oh, it doesn't make any difference. It was just a cell phone. I nearly lost my life. I nearly lost my child's life. You mean to tell me that's insignificant? It's not only about brutality in this city, it's about erasure. I'm coming through Newark, I come through Broader Market every single day. I done seen the police sit there and harass people of color, Latin, indigenous, black. I've seen them harass the mess out of them. But let somebody of fair skin come walking by. When do something illegal, they don't stop them, they don't question them. I've seen them do illegal turns on the street, illegal U-turns, do things that illegally hold up traffic, make illegal transactions, and they don't stop them. They say nothing because it's us that don't matter, but we here. They want to blame everything on Newark. Everything is Newark don't care. They full of violent criminals. You come live in this city and tell me what it's like. You tell me what it's like when you can call the police, when you can call 411 for information and say, I've been living in my apartment and my landlord does not supply heat, which he is legally supposed to do. I'm sitting there in 12-degree weather with a newborn wrapped in 3 blankets, me with a blanket and sheet and my coat on in the wintertime. And I'm paying my rent and I can get evicted if I don't pay rent to this floor. A Newark wants to erase us and it's not fair. It may sound impetuous and childish, but it's not fair for the people who fight and live through authority step up. Because there's too many seniors afraid to come out
Yes.
their house. And there's too many seniors who've been robbed and beat up for their rent money.
Bring it
So
time.
many people from North Community
Bring it
Housing
time.
Authority that done stole the rent money from the seniors. Explain to me how I work in a pharmacy around the corner and I know all of this. I have been in these people's homes. They got mold growing everywhere. They got lead water in their pipes. The
Shut up.
elevators got my friend stuck.
Let her
And my
talk.
friend was delivering medication. She is a delivery driver. She got stuck in the elevators because the elevators aren't equipped. You got drug dealers who live in these people's apartments, but then they want to come, they see somebody walking to the only place they can get food, which is a bodega, and they want to give them a ticket for loitering because that's the only place they can go where they know that the drugs are, but they're going to get food because that's the only place they can go and get some food within their price range, within their budget. You want to revitalize? How about you open some more grocery stores? How about you invest in some Zebra Foods from not down net, but up here for us? You got extra supermarket and Supremos giving sub-quality mixed out customers that are rotten, spoiling, going bad, and nobody got nothing to say. Well, I got something to say. I done seen my grandmother struggle. My grandmother worked in the federal building her whole life. I done seen the man get shot on the corner of my street, and the cops washing his blood down the street with a fire hose, tossing, go in the house. You don't see nothing, but I see the dead body uncovered in my front yard.
Very sad, very sad, very sad.
Explain to me how I don't care, how I'm not willing to fight and stand up when I'm right here. But the cops don't see me. They only see me when they want to pin something criminal on me. When they want to harass me. When they want to make me get out.
Man, you live in the house.
I live here. I'm born and bred here.
Time.
These bricks done made me strong, and I'm going to fight for every person here.
Stand
so
up.
don't step up or step off.
Time to stand up. Time to stand up.
Okay, so as we bring this to a close, if there's any questions for anyone that spoke, you can ask those. We'd like to thank you all for coming out today, those who are supporting from afar and from near. But right now in this city, we are under siege.
Yes, we are.
We are not going to continue to allow this administration to continue to tell us that crime is down in this city when we all know that's a bold-faced lie.
Lie.
We have people being pillaged. We have people being assaulted. We have people going through all kinds of hell,
Robbed
and no
the rent.
one is addressing it.
Robbed the
So
rent.
today we are putting
No,
all
boss.
on notice.
Hey,
We
shut
are
up.
putting
You
all
can't
of
shut
you
me up.
on notice. We
You're
are
lying.
letting you know that if we do not get the resolution that we need, that we're going to continue to come here. That we're going to demonstrate as a council. We're going to come to Essex County to GOP. We're coming down the track. And Corey, we're going to come around the corner. One of our last demands here is that the reason crime is breeding so well in the city of North is because at night it's dark.
Yes.
And so dark in this city and public service,
Yes.
we holding you accountable.
Got it.
So let me tell you the next place we're going to be. Next week, instead of coming back right here at 6 o'clock, at 4 o'clock, before they go home, jump in their cars and hit the highway, we're going to be at PSE&G, right on Raymond Boulevard, and demand that President LaRocca, you hear me, sir, Mr. LaRocca, get it together. We want the lights turned up.
Yes.
We want a minimum of 150 watts on the streets of North. You turn down some blocks, it's so dark, you don't even know what street you're on, and you live there. So we have asked this city council and asked this city council and asked this city council to do your job. We pay you with our tax dollars. I don't care who takes this personal. This is business.
Business.
August, from there on out,
Listen.
we will deal with everything on a business relationship.
Business.
We don't care who don't like it.
Who like
we don't care who got something to say.
Time.
These are our tax dollars, and we want accountability for them. So next Wednesday, for all who are looking, as we do this live stream, at 4 p.m., we will be at public service, demanding that they fix the lights, up the water, and put lights where they need to be. We need to make it more safer.
Yes.
We need to demand also, as the young lady just spoke, the young lady I was helping over here about a car accident, the cameras in the city still have not been fixed. It has been 3 years since Sandy, maybe a little more. We want those cameras fixed. We want them fixed now. We just made a $54 million profit in the water department, Mayor Baraka, because I was there. I was there, 54 million. We made over 200 million in the court system. You transferred all of that into the general fund. Well, you better transfer it into repairs, You better transfer it into doing what needs to be done, because I know the parking tickets and court fines that are paid in this city. And if we was making $100 and $150 million under Shark James and the fines have been tripled, I know what we're making now. So you better put that money where the people want it, and that's what we're gonna start demanding. Join us next Wednesday, 4 o'clock, Raymond Boulevard, PSEG. We're gonna start making some demands. We're gonna start putting pressure. And as God said, when 2 or more gathered, and there's more than 2 of us, He's in the midst, and we're gonna keep on moving, because faith without works is dead. And we ain't afraid of nothing or nobody.
What time?
Any questions for anyone that spoke? Okay, we'll close it up. Thanks guys for coming. Thank everybody for being out.